it's Mommy Tang. Today I have DWEN-JANG. Oh yeah. Say DWEN-JANG. Yeah. So yes, miso paste. Is it miso paste stew? I almost forget it. You know what I mean? I gotta check my dictionary. Like my dictionary, my phone. I can't live without my phone. Dear. Yeah. I don't know what I said. It's soybean paste stew. Okay. This is Korea's one of top 5. Okay, because there's many top, but top 5 on the A-list menu. Okay, for Koreans. All Koreans. And they have it in the restaurant, they eat it at home, and it's really good. So let's get started because this, okay, before I go on with the recipe, this might sound very complicated because there's little bit of prepping. Usually my recipes are like just cut, eat, and done, right? This one has a little bit of prepping, but people did request on this, and I really want to do this because this is one of my favorite. So let's get this rolling because I don't want the video to be like an hour long. Okay, ready? Let's go. Before you do this, you need to get the right kind of miso paste, soybean paste, right? So the best one, of course, is to get the Korean ones, okay? The one that I have is in a huge jar. It is like literally that big, okay? So I don't want to bring it out here. I know some of you want to see it, but maybe I should bring it out. I don't know, just too lazy. Okay, but anyways, that's the miso paste that you should use. Now, it was homemade, and this grandma near my house, she sells it, and I got that from her. But if you go to Korean market, there are plenty of soybean paste that you could get, and then you could make them. Now, if you don't have any Korean supermarket near you, if you have Whole Food or any American, I think this brand right here works the best. I tried it, it was good only because it was brown rice, it was more red miso. This is probably the miso paste that you might find. Okay, these are yellow. Do you see how yellow they are? I'm just gonna do a comparison for you. Well, this was see how they're a little bit more yellowy? This one is more orangey. See how this one's a little bit, see how this one's more orangey color? So you want to look for the ones that are a little bit red for my recipe. I don't know, maybe some people use this, they like it. I don't, okay? Okay, so the next important thing that you need for this is a pot, okay? If you go to any Korean market, they would sell stuff like this, okay? A pot. It has to be a little bigger. Asian stores, I guess. A Korean market, if it's not, they might not sell it. So if you don't have something like this, because jjigae always tastes, jjigae refers to stew, okay? So jjigae always tastes good when you make it and stuff like this. But if you don't have that, you want to use, Peppy, I need that, honey. God. A saucepan, something that's deeper, not a shallow pan, but deeper, okay? Something like that, because stew, this consistency of the stew is between like a thick chili and a regular soup, like almost like a potato soup, or you know what I mean, like like a thick soup. It's like that. That's a stew. So it's it's not bland. This is not a bland food. If you like salty, spicy, this is it. If you like bland food, this is not it for you. Let's get started. First thing first, we need to make a soup stock, okay? Soup stock, people use regular water, but we're doing this everything vegan, right? Vegan people don't use animal. We don't use animal to bring in the flavor. We use plants. And sometimes plants could be a little bit natural, and natural is a little bit, like bland, which I love bland food. So with that in mind, you need to get all the ingredients, all the plants, drive all the plants and put it in here so it'll be really yummy. So first step, soup is water. People use plain water and put it in here. I don't. I use rice water. You get rice, okay? These are just plain white rice. Obviously, when you make this stew, you need to make rice on the side. You have to. You can't eat this by itself, okay? This is not like chicken noodle soup or something like that. You just eat it by yourself. You need to have rice with it. And kimchi. If you don't make this with rice, it's not going to taste good, okay? So make rice on the side. Before you make the rice on the side, okay, obviously you have to rinse the rice, right? So, rinse your rice, okay? Rinse your rice really good. Okay, no honey. Now when you rinse the rice, you want to throw the water off, the first water, and the second water that you rinse the rice with, you're gonna find it that they are not clear, but white, okay? Look very carefully. See how they're white, the water? You see that? That's the water you're gonna use. You're gonna pour the water back in here and you're gonna cook this to eat it with this. See how it's like almost very milky? Let's fire this up. Next we need is to make the broth, okay? Now we need to start off with using kombu. You can find these everywhere now. Whole Foods have them, you know, of course Korean markets would have them. If you don't know what this is, just Google it because I don't have time for that today. Okay, so you want to use that, but these are like $8, okay? When you go to Korean markets, you could get this for like $8, $9, okay? Look how big they are and look how much you get, okay? And they have small packages, big packages. Every single Korean market would have them. You know, if they're not Korean market, they don't have this, okay? So look for it. They're called dried seaweed, and they look like this, okay? They're not wakame. You're looking for either kombu or kelp, okay? So one of these. Break it in there. Soup stock. While that's boiling, maybe like 10 minutes, okay? You want to prep other stuff that will be going into the stew. First, we're going to make the paste, the very important part, okay? So you're going to get your miso paste. I should really use doenjang, the Korean one, but like I said, I use a homemade one and I don't have the labels for that. So I'm using this. So for those watching Korean viewers, I'm sorry. Okay, next time I'll get the real doenjang for this recipe. Okay, so one scoop goes into a separate bowl. Gochujang. I use this in many of my recipes. Gochujang, okay, here. Now if you don't have gochujang, you don't have to put it. You could skip it. But gochujang will enhance the flavor, okay? If you don't have gochujang, you could put gochugaru. Gochugaru is red pepper, Korean red peppers. If you go to Korean market, 100% they would have it, okay? That's why they call it Korean market. If they don't have that, they're not Korean, okay? You're also gonna put a little bit in there. Very little. If you don't have this powder, don't get it. But if you're really following me, trying to make my recipes, these are the 3 items that you should have, okay? Next, this might sound a little weird to some Korean viewers because the Koreans don't do this, but a lot of the Koreans would never make this vegan either, okay? So put a little bit of peanut butter, very little bit. I'm not gonna use peanut butter, I'm gonna use PB2, okay? Look that up as well. These are like fat-free peanut butter. You make your own peanut butter. So look, okay, they're a little bit of like powdery, look. They're like just peanut powders with like no fat, okay? See how they're powder, okay? A lot of people use this. If you go on Instagram, you'll see a lot of people using this, okay? So you put a little bit in there. Thank you. I have no time to joke around with my kids today because I need to do this mukbang within an hour. That means to prep, do the mukbang, and clean, and then I need to get out of the house, okay? Now you could use raw garlic and then chop it up and then put it in here. If you're lazy like me, then use garlic powder. I use garlic powder for everything because I'm just too lazy, okay? Paige's gonna help me because she just wants to help me. Okay, that's enough. And then some black pepper. Everybody has black pepper, right? Okay. And then you're gonna mix this up really well. Just mix it up. Okay. And if it's too thick for you, then just add a little bit of water, like so, and then just mix it up. Okay. So this is the paste. Okay, so don't mind Peyton. Amber is in school today. My other two are in school. I only have Peyton. So, okay, make the paste. Put that aside. Now, for the stew, we gotta put veggies, okay? First, I have potato. See that? Magic of YouTube. They're cute. They're washed, they're cute, okay? Look at the size of it. Okay, they're a little bit like bite size, I guess. They're small. You know, you could look compared to my tea. You know what I mean? They're like little bite size. You could make this big, you could make this small, whatever you want. Chop it. Potato goes in first because potato takes the longest to cook. Oh wait, before we do that, I knew I was gonna forget something. Before you do that, you take the kombu out because kombu is done now. Okay, some people eat this, I don't. I find that really weird. I just use them for soup stock, okay? And then you get them out. And they're very slippery, so obviously I can't even grab them, but okay. So, take that out. You're gonna add potatoes in there, very carefully. You're gonna add carrots. See how they're also chopped, same size? You see? You put the carrots in there too. Next, we got some zucchini, green zucchini. Chop them up as well. Put them in the stew. No, you can't. You cannot because this is too hot. Okay, you're gonna get hurt. This is where mommy step in and act like a mommy, not a friend. Okay? Next, onions. Onion. You could use any type of onion. Okay, I'm gonna use white onion because I like them. Also chop it up, goes in there. Okay, by the way, the water is about 1 cup or I don't know, 1.5 cup. You don't want to have the water above the vegetables. When you have the vegetables like this, the water should be a little bit, you know, a little bit above. You know, it's a stew, not a soup, okay? We got button mushrooms. You could use any type of mushrooms. Daddy. See? Chop it up there. I don't know, into 4 slices, 2 slices, thin slices, whatever you want, bite sizes, whatever in there. Put it in there, okay? It smells good already. It's like there's nothing there, but it smells awesome already. Okay, and I'm gonna do like a food porn for you a little bit, so you're gonna see how it looks. Into that, oh, must ingredient. Okay, I shouldn't say must because if you hate tofu, then don't put it there. But tofu goes in here. Sorry, before I put the tofu, I'm gonna put the paste in.
Mommy?
Yeah?
It's real good.
Okay, I gotta stand up for this because I can't really see this. I can't see because, you know, I'm looking down. So the paste goes into the stew. Okay, whoa. And you're going to mix it up really good, like that. The paste is really thick and we don't have that much water in there. So you just want to kind of like very gently, you know what I mean? You don't want to like overflow the pot, or you don't want to spill anything because soy paste could be a little bit stinky, you know? So you want to do that. Just mix it good. People usually put pork in here. I've seen people put beef in here. I've seen people put anchovies in here. Anchovies are little fish. They taste amazing without it, okay? You don't need to go crazy, okay? This tastes good. If you don't like it spicy, then take the spices out. Just put miso or just put the soybean paste. Let me taste. Yes. Now, at this point, if you're making this for like a guest or friend or somebody who's a meat eater and is very picky, adding a little bit of mushroom seasoning will enhance the flavor by like 10 times, okay? I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to today, but you could do that. That is an option. This is when you use a mushroom seasoning, okay? Oh my God, that's good. Next, we're gonna top it off with tofu. This is not necessary, but it does make things really good. So, you know, if you want a little bit more protein in there and all that stuff, then you're gonna add some tofu. Now, I don't know, Whole Food had this thing called black bean tofu. So I was like black bean sprouted tofu. So I got it. So my tofu is not really white. It's a little black. I've never had this. Thank you. Thank you. I've never had this, but it looks good. They say it was healthier and all that stuff. So maybe you could look for it. See? Look. Oh, I already opened it, but see how... The disaster. See, it says black soybean tofu. That's what that is, okay? If you're wondering why my tofu is all black. So, back to high fire. Fire, fire. Oh, gosh, this stew is gonna be great. Of course, you're gonna top it off and garnish it with green scallions, spring onions, green spring onions, green onions, spring onions. I don't know, I always get that mixed up. So sprinkle that up on the top. Okay, so if you find these little peppers, you could put it on the top for the color. You don't have to, you know, you could put, if you really like things spicy, then you could use jalapeno peppers. So I'm just chopping out here. I'm not going to, but ooh, look at that. It's done, okay? I'm gonna do a little food porn for you. Now you tell me if that don't look good. I don't know what looks good. Look at that. So I'm gonna drink some sparkling water. You know how I feel about my sparkling water. Yeah. Don't you love that sound? Yeah. I just like to go a little bit elegant with the wine cup. I'm also gonna have some vegan, mother-in-law vegan kimchi with it because kimchi is the key to yummy, yummy meal. Some people like to leave it on, but I'm going to turn it off because, I mean the bubbling thingy, because it's just too hot for me. Okay, so soup, Korean soup, okay? When you eat Korean soup with rice, usually you put the rice in the soup, eat it. When you eat stew, you put the stew on the rice and eat it, okay? I don't know why, because maybe this is too salty, but that's just how they do it, okay? So good. Mmm. Mmm. And the best part is, in the beginning, you just scoop the rice, right? I'll show you how to eat it, okay? You just scoop the rice. You pick a vegetable and some potato and mushroom. You put it on the rice. You get a little bit of soup. And then you scoop it. It's really good. Oh. And then if you want to kick it up, but I need chopstick, Peppy. Can you pass me my chopstick, please?
What?
Okay. And then you put kimchi. This is my first bite of kimchi today, so it's gonna be so good. Okay, I'll give you some. Oh yeah, look at that. Mmm. 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 I can't explain the flavor. It is so good. It's gonna be a little spicy for you. It's okay? Hold on. Oh, I gotta blow it. Oh, and then you get your rice and you put your soup in there and you start mixing it like this. How was it?
Well,
It's good, right? Everything mommy makes is good. And of course, if you're not gonna eat the whole stew by yourself, then you know, you could use a little tiny bowl and just save it for the cold stew in the refrigerator with hot rice. They taste amazing too the next day. I don't know if you could see, but I'm sweating. Oh, this is one of those meals that make you sweat on the nose. I sweat a lot when I eat something like really good or really yummy or something hot.
that's good. Now they have it back. Now they have it back. Now they have it back.
No, I need that.
I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it.
Wow. What's wrong? I do not kid you guys. Do you see the sweat? Oh my god, look at that sweat. Look at the sweat on my nose. Some of you might find that a little disgusting, but I had to show because this is that good. You know, it's like working out. You know, just working out with your food. You know what I mean? I mean, you work out. You know what I mean by working out. You know why they call it food porn, right? You work out with your food, you know? And it gives you a little bit of foodgasm. Like, you work out and you're like, Oh gosh, so good. Woo! This is one of those, okay? I feel like I'm crying because I'm sweating so much.
Can I have it? Can I have it now?
Oh. I once, long time ago, went to my friend's family, friend's dinner, their house, and they invited me to dinner, and she had this, and the grandma, she made awesome 된장찌개. It was so good. But the problem that I had was that, they made one pot, okay? And they put it in the middle of the table and everybody was dipping and they were sharing. I mean, it's okay if you're family, but with guests, I found that a little icky. You know, some Koreans do that. They just share one pot with like friends and stuff. I don't know. I don't like doing that, you know? I think you should have your own plate and, you know, your own things. Unless it's family, you know? Unless it's the people that you kiss regularly. You know, I kiss my kids, I kiss my husband so we could share, but, you know? I also got a comment the other day. I was reading and they said, somebody said, it was so funny. Oh, Mommy Tang, we saw your earlier videos, like your first videos, like the videos I used to make. Ooh, look how big that kimchi is. Whew, yeah. I'm gonna use my chopsticks to cut it in half. What you do is you poke it in the middle, right? Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. You poke it in the middle, okay, and then you split up, like you do splits with your chopstick, like that, see? I don't know if you saw that. See how you do splits with your chopstick, and then chopstick even works as a knife. Back to my story. So, I gotta get close because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm like sweating down my back too. Whew.
Do you see me like all wet? I was debating. I was like, should I put my hair up for this because I knew I would be sweating. Big mistake. Anyways, back to my story. Somebody said, oh, we saw your earlier videos and you were so humble and now you're like so crazy. Let me tell you something, okay? When I started YouTubing about a year ago, I don't know what the hell I was doing, okay? I knew I wanted to put Asian recipes, Asian vegan recipes, and put it out. You know, that was my goal. I didn't know how to find it, okay? I didn't know how to find the, you know, the ways to do that. And then, even from my very first video, I used to eat a lot of my videos. And then people kept on requesting, do a mukbang, do a mukbang. So I was like, all right, I'll do a mukbang. I did a mukbang and then people liked it, people loved it. They said, do more. You know, some people, they're like, oh, we don't like you doing mukbang, you know? But I used to figure that this was a good way to get it out. Do you see how that kitten's crying? I don't even hear her. All right, here. She wanted my chopstick, okay? The whole 10 minutes, she's crying because she wanted one chopstick, okay? Stick, not chopsticks. What am I gonna do with one chopstick? Okay. So, this is the way I see it. People write comments to me and say, Mommy saying we love you, you're so real. You're so funny. You're so. I get that a lot. You're not fake. You're so real. But people, seriously, what is being real on YouTube and what is being fake on YouTube? I think everybody somehow a little bit is fake up to a point on YouTube because this is what I mean. Okay. If someone's being fake all the time, that's just them, and that's their real side. Because if they're fake almost all the time, that's just them, you know? Now, when you say I'm real, it's because I probably act funny here and whatever, I don't care kind of thing. What I used to be, when I was single, before I got married with kids, I used to be like that. The way you guys see me, this is the way I used to be a lot with my friends, with my best friends, with my ex-boyfriends. You know, this is the side that they saw me. I got married, I had kids. And then people start telling me like, oh, you're too crazy, you're too wild for, you know, with mom, you shouldn't act this way, you shouldn't act that way. People start telling me all this crap, okay? So my personality, let's say this was the personality that I had, I put that down a bit, the tone a bit, and I became more like, I guess, I started bringing in the personality that was inside of me, a small percentage of it, but I brought it out. So when people saw me, they saw me a little bit more quiet, more, you know, maybe elegant, more graceful, all that stuff, okay? There is a huge bitchy side of me as well. You know, you get in the wrong way of my way, I could be a total like, you know what I mean? If you think that this is all me and this is all me, like this is what I am, and let's say you bump into me at Whole Foods and this is what you're expecting, like, hey, what's up? You know, you might not get that. You know, that day I might be having a really crappy day. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll be like, oh, hi, how are you? I don't know, you know? I don't even know why I'm talking about this so seriously on my DWEN-JANG mukbang. I don't know. Like I said, my brain is a little cuckoo, okay? But you know, when someone has one personality, you know what we call them? Boring, okay? So I have about 27 personalities. I don't know the exact number, but I like to say 27. I like that number, okay? But my kids see me being the funniest, okay? Because I'm always trying to make them laugh, because they always ask me, oh, how come your kids are always smiling? How come your kids are always laughing? Watch this, okay? Peyton, come over here. Come over here. Watch this, okay? I do this to all my kids, and this is how you make children laugh all the time. Listen, be serious for a second. No, don't laugh. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Can I?
No, don't laugh, okay? Stop smiling. Look at the video. Be serious. You're smiling. Don't smile. Be serious. This is a serious moment. Why are you always laughing at me? See, like I get more reaction to them and the more they laugh. Why? You find me funny? Do you find me funny?
No.
Hello? Then why are you laughing? Because you love me? That makes you laugh? You're so silly. Look, I'm all sweaty. I'm gonna rub against you. Ew, right?
Yeah.
That's gross. You know? That's the way I live with my kids. I'm always joking around with them. I'm doing this, but a lot of times I'm very serious too. But, woo, hot. I think all the hotness got me mad, you know? Like, I'm going mad here. But the only one that suffers really is my husband, because when my husband comes back from work, he has no idea what kind of person I will be that day. If I'm in a bad mood, he'll see side number 27, you know? And that could be like a really bad one. You know, sometimes I'm really sweet because I'm in a sweet mood, you know? Then he'll see my side 22. Although, he probably wants me number 5 all the time. I'm not gonna tell you what that is, okay? My rice is done. Whew. Yeah, so if you see me with all this like different personalities on YouTube, they're all me, okay? What do we call people like that? Okay, I know there's a word for people like that. I'm gonna Google because like I said, my phone is everything, okay? Anything you guys ask me, I'm like, phone. I need to check my phone, okay? What do you call the people with multiple personalities? Multiple personality disorder? Oh my gosh. They call people borderline personality, identity disorder. Maybe that's what I have. Who knows what I have? You know what I mean? But sometimes I am sad, sometimes I'm mad, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm funny, you know, and I think those are the personality traits that everybody should have, okay? So that was my mukbang for you today. Make sure to make this, make sure to try it. This, okay, I know a lot of the mukbang people, they make this and they finish it. I can't because this is way too salty and just way too much stuff there. As long as you finish your rice, your mukbang is clear. I'll see you later. Bye. I feel like I went crazy today. It must have been my number 16 maybe? Personality number 16. That's what that is. If you like that kind of personality, if you like to see that personality in here, just comment more 16 Mommy Tang, if you know what I mean, okay?